Hi, Angie Ceroli here with Green Health First. You're viewing my virtual booth. We're getting ready to do virtual health fairs for employers who are anxious to get natural, actually wellness options to their employees. The health fair circuit has been on hold as everything else has been for a while. So I just came in from cycling and I wanted to uh, sit down quickly and just have a discussion around athletes' health. I'm going to share my screen to start sharing with you some natural remedies to help support you as athletes. And one of the key things to make note of is that we have lots of options out there. We have all kinds of ways to stay healthy or to supplement our bodies. But what's really important is that we do pay attention to our health, because the first wealth is health. And you should ask yourself, is your nutrition and your exercise routine resulting in your health and performance goals? Come on, screen share. There we go. So there are lots of things we can do to achieve optimal health. Exercise definitely is one of them. We have lots of different types of exercise as depicted in the last screen. We have athletes that do all kinds of things: run, cycle, all kinds of ball type of games, swimming, you name it. So we have yoga on here, Tai Chi, things that can really help bring the mind and the body together. And then we also have options like eating healthy whole foods, avoiding synthetics, using reflexology, acupuncture, chiropractic, osteopathic medicine to help our bodies get into balance. Essential oils. We're going to talk specifically about essential oils today. And of course, apple cider vinegar. There's lots of data on apple cider vinegar, especially with mother, which is what has all the good enzymes in it that helps the body get into balance. But of course, one of the first things that we have to always be cognizant of is hydration. As athletes, especially in the heat that we're dealing with, over 100-degree weather with humidity, we need to be taking in about 72 ounces a day of water. I know that it is hard to get that much water in a day for a lot of people, so it's important to find a way to do that, and that is adding essential oils in, adding some sort of fruit extracts. Lemon is a wonderful way to help cleanse the body, but help the body absorb nutrients and hydrate. I use peppermint as shown here. I use peppermint a lot for cooling. I use it on the back of my neck for hot flashes, but it's wonderful to drink and open up the airways. I do put it in my water quite often, especially at the end of a workout. And then also to use it soaking a towel in it for cooling. So how much water should our bodies contain? And this is a really neat little depiction to show you that we actually, our bodies contain the most water when we are young, when we're infants and babies. We need to keep it at about 55 to 60% when we're adults. Not as much when we're elderly because we're not exercising as much, but just know that if our percent of water weight goes down to about 40% or less, that's when our organs start to shut down. And that means we're starting to die. So we have to keep hydrated. That's why for a lot of times when we have severe dehydration, and we're taken to the hospital, they give us fluids. So what is nature's medicine? Anything natural that's going to help our bodies thrive. Many natural compounds are found in our foods, our plants, that will enhance our physical and our emotional health. And when you're looking at using those types of resources versus many of the medicines that are synthetic on the market, it is pennies per dose to help us get our bodies into balance. And when we do use natural options, our bodies recognize and will be able to use those compounds more efficiently and address the root causes. So what are key things that we really need to pay attention to when we are taking in our nutrition? Antioxidants and electrolytes, especially for athletes as you're getting ready to exercise and also as you're recovering. So the main things that you can find high antioxidants content in are our herbs, our spices. You can see across the top here many of our herbs and spices. Antioxidants help protect the cells against free radicals and oxidation. And then electrolytes, they actually are part of our cell makeup, like potassium and calcium, magnesium, vitamin C. We have good antioxidant power in energy resources like green tea, electrolyte power in energy resources like coconut. I actually carry 2 products that are very, very good for that contain those particular items, green tea and coconut. So these are amazing for. Oops. Let's see if I can get it right. There we go. These are amazing for bringing the body the actual nutrition it needs, antioxidant power and electrolyte power, and not the false way of getting energy, which is usually by sugar or caffeine. Antioxidants in green tea are designed specifically to burn fat to boost metabolism. So it's a great option. And when you're looking at that EGCG, which is the strongest antioxidant found in green tea, it's 25 to 100 times more powerful than vitamin C and vitamin E in its power to be able to fight against free radicals and oxidation. The Hawaiian coconut actually has a very verbose serving of B6, B12, calcium, magnesium, vitamin C. What it doesn't have is a lot of salt. Now, unless you're out there and you're really sweating a lot and you're out there for a long distance, long time period, you don't need a lot of salt. You can actually replenish salt very well, and the body will absorb it very well by having pickles, pickle juice, or mustard. The salt content in this is very low, 45 milligrams, but what we are getting is good potassium. We have to have potassium, salt and potassium together in order for the body to absorb potassium. So that is key. In both of these products, we have very little sugar, which is also very important, and they are all natural, not artificial. So definitely contact me if you're interested in learning or tasting the green teas or the coconut. We are participating in the Midtown Farmers Markets now every Saturday, and we are trying to get in some other local events as well, so we can be out there to help people experience firsthand. As you see here, green tea not only has that wonderful, powerful antioxidant, EGCG, but it also naturally contains L-theanine, which helps calm center focus. So it's a wonderful way to actually have a good clarity of mind, but a good energy for accomplishing a task or a routine. You don't have that jittery thing that a lot of energy drinks or coffee can bring because of the caffeine level. So definitely, if you're interested, please contact me and we'll get you some. We have wonderful data and lots of testimony on how green tea, especially the 2 Cups Green Tea OI products, have been able to help people lose weight. Again, EGCG's main documented avenue of effectiveness is to burn fat to boost metabolism. So simple way to help you have energy and achieve your goals. So other simple ways are using essential oils. Essential oils are the immune system of the plant. As you can see here, this is a picture of a peppermint plant. You see the peppermint leaves, and then the microscopic view, you can see the oil sacs. Every plant has these oil sacs. It is the immune system of the plant, so it is what helps the plant thrive. It's just a matter of how it's derived. You want to make sure that you get an essential oil that is 100% plant derived. If it comes from a plant we know we can ingest, like lemon, or there's another one over here, lemongrass, then it should be ingestible. You should see on the essential oil bottle that it can be taken internally. If it says it cannot, that should be a red flag. It should be, when you look at that, you should say, okay, why not? It's the immune system of a plant. If I eat that fresh plant, I'm getting the essential oil. Maybe not in this potency, because it is 50 to 70 times more powerful than your typical serving, but you are getting that essential oil, and it is safe. So when it says not for internal use, or for external use only, then that should be a red flag. It probably has some synthetics in it. It probably has some things in it that you don't want to take internally, and that's the reason they put that on there. So we can take essential oils internally, as mentioned here. We talked about taking them internally at the very beginning when I mentioned that I drink peppermint water, or I put lemon or orange or grapefruit in my water. You can put them in your food. You can cook with them. I cook with my basil and rosemary and oregano. I cook with a lot of my my herbs and spices. I'll put cinnamon in my tea and ginger in my tea, even turmeric. You can put it under the tongue. The fastest way to get in your system, in your bloodstream, is under your tongue. It takes about 15 to 30 seconds for the body to be able to take it and use it as it needs to. We do need to supplement. As athletes, we have to make sure we're getting the nutrition into our bodies to help us build muscle, to help us build the right tissue in our bodies, and to get rid of fat, to burn fat. But we do have to take in 5 times of our fruits and vegetables as our grandparents did to get the same nutrition. 5 times, 5. And that's because of how we grow our plants now. With all the chemicals that we've used, we've depleted the soils. A lot of times we are taking and harvesting our plants, our fruits, our vegetables, well before they're ripened. So they're not getting all that nutrition from the sun. So we do need to supplement. Excuse me, I need to take a drink of water. So it's important when you choose your supplements that you do look and do your research to make sure you're getting something that is plant derived, because if you're not, the body's not going to recognize it, and it's going to have a hard time of actually using it efficiently before it gets into that gut, and that part of the gut that actually starts breaking it down with the acids and the enzymes. So do your homework, make sure you're getting 100% plant-derived supplements. Our vitamin pack actually is our #1 selling product. And it has a 30-day money-back guarantee. It consists of a multivitamin, an omega, and a cellular vitality complex. It's amazing for helping with energy improvement, reducing pain, helping with mental clarity, brain fog, just reducing that, helping you to relax and sleep better, and also improving digestion, among other things. But those are the main things that we hear most often and consistently from people who do take this vitamin pack on a regular basis. Another great supplement for athletes is the energy and stamina complex. It helps support cellular health, vitality, and energy. And you can see here, it has a lot of things in it that we don't normally get in our food sources, like coenzyme Q10, quercetin, ginseng, green tea, unless you drink green tea like I do, ashwagandha, which is a part of the frankincense plant, and lots more. So it's very, very good. I have an athlete that is a very, very avid cycler, and he says that this has helped him improve his distance riding tremendously. And he's also able to keep it at a pace where he's staying with younger athletes. So it was a great testimony from him. Copaiba and turmeric are other really great options to have into your supplements. They are well documented for reducing inflammation, especially in the gut, and also helping with skin health. Copaiba is a tropical tree out of Brazil. It's like frankincense, has a lot of different benefits, including immunity and cellular health, as does turmeric. So eat that curry. Another way, of course, we've talked about already, using essential oils aromatically. As I mentioned, you could put the essential oils on topically and enjoy that aromatically, or I even smell it when I am drinking my drink, but you can put them in a diffuser, and it will help not only your body, but it'll help your environment be healthier. We know that essential oils aromatically are very effective because of this study that was done about 12 years ago. It was done at Vanderbilt Hospital, and her goal, Nurse McBride's goal, was to actually see if essential oil diffusing citrus oils in the emergency room would help with anxiety and stress. And guess what? More than 800 hospitals now use essential oils aromatically, including all the hospitals around the triangle. And the reason is what's listed here, that the olfactory nerves actually are connected straight to that part of the brain and your limbic system, that within 4 seconds, it knows what to do with it. It starts to take it to use it where the body needs to get into balance. It will help affect the heart rate, slow it down if it needs to, or bring it up. It will help with blood pressure, reducing that as well. Breathing, if you're breathing too fast, it'll help slow that breathing down, help with reducing stress and emotions. And of course, that's also goes along with breathing, and then also improve memory. So lots and lots of ways that just using essential oils aromatically can affect us. So what are some great things we can have in our athletes kit? Now, this is a specific kit that we actually have put together for athletes, and it was specifically put together for university use a few years back, probably about 6 or 7 years ago. So it contains the Soothing Blend, which is awesome for muscles, joints, strains, sprains, any sort of pain, headaches. Peppermint is one of the components of that. Of course, we've already talked about how it's wonderful for cooling and opening the airways, but great for pain relief. I use peppermint a lot just for headaches as well. The Protective Blend is our immune boosting blend, so it's going to help with just keeping that immune system healthy, helping to clean. And then we have lavender, tea tree, and the respiratory blend. The respiratory blend, obviously, to help support our airways. So using, again, essential oils aromatherapy wise, you can put 1 to 2 drops under your nose. You can put it on your chest to improve energy and stamina before you go out and exercise. You can also use it as you come back to help in recovery. Cooling, as I mentioned, putting that peppermint water on your peppermint towels. You can use the respiratory blend the same way, under the nose, on the chest. And both are very good for helping if you're having trouble with allergies while you're exercising as well. Peppermint, as you can see here, we've talked about many of the ways to help with improving energy and stamina, helping with pain, but we haven't talked about how it helps with nausea. Peppermint is a great option to go to if you've been out there too long, haven't drank enough, you're having like the verge of heat exhaustion type of nausea. Peppermint will help settle the tummy. So that's why we have peppermint candies when we go to restaurants, is to help settle the tummy. When you use peppermint and orange together, though, it is really awesome for concentration and focus. They've actually used that, put it in a diffuser or a couple of drops on your hands to help with getting prepared for testing, for exams, that kind of thing in the education world. Another good blend is the Grounding Blend. I love the Grounding Blend. It's like taking a hike through the forest. It's a wonderful blend that just helps calm, relax, and get you focused. So we talked about topically using essential oils, peppermint especially, respiratory blend for helping with our airways, but we can use essential oils in other manners. And bottom of the feet is a wonderful place to do that. You can use them topically, you know, for a specific ailment, like I mentioned before, for a sprain or a strain, but you can use the reflex points, or what we call the nerve endings, reflex points on the bottom of the feet, to affect change another place in your body. So if you were having, let's say, ear pain, and you just didn't want to touch your ear because it was just too painful, you could go there to the bottom of the two smallest toes and put your soothing blend or your peppermint or your wintergreen, anything that's going to help with inflammation and pain. A lot of times tea tree and lavender are very good for earaches. Because of the anti-inflammatory effects, as well as the antifungal effects that are brought. But you can use across the top of the pads of the toes, your peppermint and your soothing blend to open the airways, or the respiratory blend. And then also you see the stomach down there right in the middle of the arch. So you can put oils there to help affect and reduce nausea or stomach ache. So again, for muscle and joint pain and discomfort, the soothing blend is a great option to go to reduce headaches and pain, inflammation, tension. I use it a lot across the back of my neck, especially when I've had to work on the computer a lot, or if I've had to drive a lot. Of course, these days with events being more virtual, it's more a computer-issued thing than it is a driving type of tension. But we can also use the massage blend. I love the massage blend because it does lead with basil, and I'm just drawn to basil. Most of the time when we do find that we look into our medical literature for what has been traditionally used for headaches, it's our herbs: basil, rosemary, and marjoram, those three. So if you find yourself drawn to pesto and you have headaches a lot, eat more pesto. Try to get more of those fresh herbs and spices into your routine. So oops, I went back up. So as athletes, we also need to make sure we're keeping our environments clean. Our mats, if we're using mats for like yoga, or our equipment, depending on whether it's equipment we're working with, like barbells, or you know, in a gym, climbing gym or something. This is a great blend that I actually make and use my hand cleaner with, and it is a wonderful way to help boost that immune system. Orange clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. So this can be used in a big quart-sized spray bottle of just water, and you can clean the surfaces of just about anything. I use it all around my house for cleaning. I forgot to mention that for the soothing blend, I actually make a roller blend that is for muscles and joints, and it does include the soothing blend, but it is something you can just roll right on and affect a change as far as improving or reducing pain or tension or inflammation. So it'll be good for headaches. It'll be good for a sprain or a strain. So, so we also can use that protective blend and tea tree, or the cleansing blend, which is a purifying blend to help clean our gym bags, our water bottles, or even other equipment as well. One thing that is very important, if you do have a propensity to have cramps and charley horses, especially after exercise, lemongrass. It's amazing for reducing cramps and charley horses. I actually keep it on my bed table because when I do exercise in this heat, even though I hydrate as much as I can, I will sometimes, as I stretch out in the middle of the night, find that I'll get those cramps in my feet or my lower leg, and I can just put a couple drops of lemongrass on and rub it right in, and it will go away within a minute's time. Lemongrass also very, very important for mosquito repelling and gnats and no-see-ums. I use that in my bug repellent. Also, lemongrass is a key one I always have in my bug repellent. So, so something to keep in mind and have on hand all the time. I actually put lemongrass in my vegetable steamer after the vegetables have steamed, along with basil and rosemary, not all at once, but at different times, and it gives such a wonderful flavor. Plus you're getting good antioxidant power. So we want to keep the fungus from among us. So use tea tree. Use tea tree and a lot of other antifungal agents, which are herbs, in spray bottles. You can use tea tree or this particular cleansing blend here in a spray bottle, or you could make a roller with it. I like, for especially tennis shoes, to put either tea tree or the cleansing blend on a cotton ball and keep it in my tennis shoes, so that it actually helps to deodorize, but also prevent fungus from growing. It's the cleansing blend is also very good for soothing bug bites or stings as well, and reducing allergies. So always remember to have something like tea tree on. It's actually been used in the big trauma centers and the burn units for decades, because it's so good for helping keep that severely damaged skin from getting infected. So that concludes what I wanted to bring to you this evening. I just wish you well as you are exercise. Be safe as you're exercising. Know that you have natural tools to help you reach your optimal performance goals. If you'd really like to know what your body's saying that it needs to get into balance, let's do a Zyto scan. We can meet up and get that done in about 20 minutes. Angie Ceroli, Green Health First. You can find me at my website, at my Facebook page. I look forward to helping you find other tools to make life a healthier journey. Until we meet again, I hope that you'll be safe and be well. All right, come here. Here it is.